Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I would like to talk about something very positively affecting my life in spite of the lockdown and all the insanity that is going around in the world. Last month was hard for me, and I'm pretty sure it was hard for you as well. I thought I was going to be super productive. I got some things done here and there, but I am not anywhere near where I wanted to be. Well, it is always easy to find new and creative ways to be productive. Learning a new language, a new skill, reading a lot of books that you wanted to read. But it is hard to be in a learning spirit when we know all the world is going to shit. No matter how well you're dealing with everything, there is a sense of collective stress that we are going through. And it is a fact that when our brain goes through stress, our capacity for learning goes down. No wonder I was seeing people and they were struggling to use this time in a very productive way, struggling to learn new things using this time. All of these things, all of this learning requires an open mind space and an active engagement of the intellectual faculty of our brain. Me as well, I was going through constant up and down during this period. I was swinging back and forth in between inspiration and resignation. And finally, I found something where I could make massive progress and it doesn't require the active engagement of my mind. Can you guess what it is? It is organizing. Let me explain what I mean. I'm usually very driven, and I've been noticing that I have been operating at suboptimal levels. My productivity is not where it was supposed to be or where I wanted it to be. I will just give you an example to make my point across. Let's take an example of a land. A land must be empty and fertile to produce crops. If it is full of weeds and garbage, you will not be able to cultivate good crops. And I was feeling that my mind was this wasteland filled with weeds and garbage. At the back of my mind, there's always this constant rolling of thoughts going on. It's like, when will I do the dishes? Did I buy the soap? Oh my god, there's a lot of dishes. When will I do the laundry? What am I going to cook at night? Did I buy turmeric? We were out of turmeric. Oh my god. And even though they're kind of harmless thoughts at first, they occupy the resources of the mind, and I feel they were draining my resources, and all my mental space was taken up by all of these thoughts that were not valuable to me. I needed to free up all of my mental, psychological resources so that I can be more productive and have a better clarity in everyday life. In other words, I needed to clean up my mind and fertilize it. Hence, I started this massive project of organizing every single thing around the house and to throw out all the things that I do not need. I made a list that's just over here. I'll tell you what I did for the last 3 days. So we have been accumulating a lot of laundry, and don't judge me for it. I didn't do the laundry for the last month, maybe more than a month, so it has been piling up. And I did the laundry. It took almost half a day, and then we organized the clothes that we washed in the laundry, and then I washed all the dishes and the mugs and the glasses that I could find at every corner of the house, and they have been piling up for 3 days kind of. So I washed all of them, and then I made a list of all the dishes that I'm going to cook for my meal prep for the next 2 weeks, and I did the groceries accordingly. Then I cleaned up my fridge. I organized everything in the fridge in a very nice and orderly way. Then actually I did the most important thing. It is to put systems in place. Systems are how habits maintain their form. And I knew just organizing was not enough. I had to have systems in place which would help me keep everything organized and kind of liberate my space. At the same time, I have used a lot of systems around the house that don't work because they were taking up too much of my time, and it required a lot of effort from my side. So this time I knew my systems had to be more simple and easy to follow. So this is, I feel, the most important part of all the organizing I'm doing. I won't lie, this process has sometimes been overwhelming for me. My thoughts were running all over the place and I was thinking of all the things that I needed to do to organize every single corner of the house, and it was just rushing from one place to another. Then I realized that my goal is not to reach an end point, the finish point where I have everything organized in my life. And honestly, that point will never come. The truth is, we humans are messy, and it is not a short process. Even after I organize every single thing in my apartment, I will go on to organize the files and folders in my laptop. I will be recognizing my thought patterns and organizing them. And this process will keep going on and on in different areas of my life. Now I find is a wonderful time to organize and clear out all the physical things around us, and we can keep continuing this process after we go back to our normal lives after the lockdown. Remember, the goal is not to be a maniac. The goal is to have more space in our lives, more physical space around us, more space inside of us, and the systems and the knowledge are kind of the fertilizers for the land of our mind. This way, if you want good crops, we can cultivate it with relatively less effort. Oh, I forgot to mention. So one of the biggest benefits that I see that is very tangible is the amount of hours that I can save in the years to come if I organize everything around me in a kind of permanent way and put systems in place to let them stay organized and tidy. This is one of the biggest benefits I see of all the organizing I'm doing. So thank you for sticking with me till the end. I really hope you liked the video, and if you did, you can click the like button down there and subscribe to my channel. I wish you the very best, stay safe, and happy quarantine.